Everyone, now today we are going to see here one problem related to the design of a filter circuit with the help of Bode plot. So for the final design we need to solve this particular problem with the help of 4 different steps. First step is, as we have seen in our lecture number 1, we need to calculate the value of transfer function. Then in second step, by using series or parallel combination, we need to design the initial circuit. Then in third step, scaling of component, and in final step, after scaling, we need to design the final circuit. So these are the 4 different steps by which we are going to design here the filter circuit with the help of Bode plot. So in this particular question, you can see from here the Bode plot is having 3 changes into the value of slope. First change in the value of slope is at the frequency of 100. Second change is at the frequency of 10 to the power 4, and third change in the slope of Bode plot at the frequency of 10 to the power 5. So as total number of changes in the slope is 3, so 3 different sub transfer function would be generated. So the final value of transfer function will be k into T1 of s, T2 of s into T3 of s. Therefore, for the calculation of final transfer function, we need to calculate the values of these k, T1 of s, T2 of s and T3 of s. Then first, calculation of k. So how to calculate the value of k? So k is to be calculated with the formula 20 log to the base 10 k is equal to starting value of the curve. You can see from this diagram, starting value of the slope is at 40 dB. So 20 log to the base 10 k is equal to 40, and after simplification calculated value of k is equal to 100. Now second unknown parameter is T1 of s. T1 of s is to be calculated by 1 plus s by omega 1 to the power p1, where omega 1 is the change in the value of frequency and p1 is the value of change in the value of slope. So here omega 1 is 100. Why? Because it is a first transfer function, that means it is a first change in the value of slope. So the value of omega 1 is equal to 100, but here the value of slope is not mentioned. That is why first of all we need to calculate the value of slope. Why? Because only by calculation of the change in the value of slope we can calculate the value of power. So here we need to calculate the value of this slope. So in this particular portion we are using the same formula for the calculation of slope. Slope is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by log of x2 minus log of x1, where y2 is final amplitude, y1 is initial amplitude, x2 is final position in the x axis and x1 is initial position in the x axis. Here the value of y2 is 40, the value of y1 is 0, the value of x2 is 100 and the value of x1 is 10 to the power 4. So from there the calculated value of slope is equal to minus 20 dB per decades. So therefore we can easily calculate the value of P1. P1 as final value of slope minus initial value of slope divided by 20. Why 20? Because we have calculated here slope in terms of decades. So P1 is equal to minus 20 minus 0 divided by 20, that is equal to minus 1. Therefore the power of T1 of s, which is P1, is equal to minus 1. So final value of T1 of S is equal to 1 plus S by 100 to the power minus 1. So this is how we can calculate the value of T1S. Similarly, we can calculate the value of T2S. You can calculate the value of T2S. Final value would be 1 plus S by 10 to the power 4 to the power 1. Then T3 of S, T3 of S will be equal to 1 plus S by 10 to the power 5 to the power minus 1. You can easily calculate these all, T1 of S, T2 of S and T3 of S. So by equation number 1, final value of T of S will be equal to K into T1 of S into T2 of S into T3 of S, and after simplification you can get the final equation as 10 to the power 5 into S plus 10 to the power 4 divided by S plus 100 into S plus 10 to the power 5. So this is the final value of transfer function which is being calculated with the help of Bode plot. Now as per the question, we need to use here the minimum number of operational amplifier, and minimum number of operational amplifier depends only on the value of poles. So here you are getting number of poles is equal to 2. So minimum number of operational amplifier which we need to use here is 2. So now I am distributing it into two different transfer function. So complete transfer function T of S is nothing but the multiplication of two sub transfer function. Why I am dividing this complete transfer function into two sub transfer function? For designing of the circuit. As we know, we can design the circuit with the help of the transfer function, and there are some values of the transfer function in the terms of k divided by s plus p dash, or k into s plus z dash divided by s plus p dash, or s plus z dash divided by s plus p dash. So these are the different notation or different formula for notation for transfer function. So in the same way, I am dividing this complete transfer function into two parts. First part is 10 to the power 5 divided by s plus p plus 100, and second part T2 of S is equal to S plus 10 to the power 4 divided by S plus 10 to the power 5, where T1 of S, which is in the form of K divided by S plus P dash. Why? Because in the numerator the value of zeros is equal to 0, and T2 of S is in the form of S plus Z dash divided by S plus P dash. So for each transfer function we will design each circuit diagram. So first we design for T1 of S. So T1 of S is equal to 10 to the power 5 divided by S plus 100, or as we are using here the inverting terminal of op amp, we are free to use inverting or non-inverting terminal of op amp. But I advise you, if not mentioned particularly that you need to use this particular inverting or non-inverting terminal of op amp, so in most of the cases you choose only design by inverting terminal of op amp. So in a similar way, I am also designing here the circuit with the help of inverting terminal of op amp, and in case of inverting op amp, the value of transfer function is Z2 by Z1. So from here, Z2 by Z1 is equal to 10 to the power 5 divided by S plus 100. Now either we can use series combination or we can use parallel combination for the design. Only one combination we can use. I am using here parallel combination for design. So in case of parallel combination, I already told you no need to divide it by S, only you need to take the reciprocal term. So by that, Z2 is equal to 1 divided by S plus 100, and Z1 will be equal to 1 divided by 10 to the power 5. So Z2 is 1 divided by S plus 100, that will be equal to 1 by C2S plus 1 by R2. From where we get this value? By parallel combination of resistor and capacitor. So if we will solve the parallel combination of resistor and capacitor, we will get the final value as 1 by C2S plus 1 by R2. And if I compare S term by S term, then C2S is equal to S, therefore C2 is equal to 1, and 1 by R2 to 100, so 1 by R2 is equal to 100, so from there R2 will be equal to 100 ohm. So these are the values of R2 and C2. In a similar fashion, the value of Z1 is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 5. This is also being equated with 1 by C1S plus 1 by R1. When we compare it, then the calculated value of C1 is equal to 0 and R1 is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 5. So these are the values of R2 C2 and R1 C1 in the case of T1 of S. Now this initial circuit for this particular transfer function. So as the value of C1 is equal to 0 and only R1 is present, that is why in the input terminal only resistor is present here. And as we are getting both the values as C2 and R2, so in a feedback resistor and capacitor both are present, and as the circuit designing we are using here the parallel combination, so resistor and capacitors are connected in parallel. So this is a circuit diagram for T1 of S. Now design for T2 of S. So T2 of S, that means Z2 by Z1 is equal to S plus 10 to the power 4 divided by S plus 10 to the power 5. Again we are using here the parallel combination, that means we need to take the reciprocal term. So Z2 is equal to 1 by S plus 10 to the power 5, Z1 will be equal to 1 divided by S plus 10 to the power 4. So from here that is being equated by 1 by C2S plus 1 by R2. So after comparison we are getting here the value of C2 is equal to 1 farad and R2 is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 5. In a similar manner, calculated value of Z1 is equal to C, from there C1 is equal to 1 farad and R1 is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 4. Similarly, as we have calculated in the case of T1 of S. And the final initial circuit in case of T2S is equal to, as we can see from here, in input terminals C1 and R1 both are present, and as we are using here the parallel combination, so in the circuit diagram at the input terminal resistors and capacitors are connected in parallel. In a similar fashion, in the feedback element, as both resistor and capacitor are present, that is why resistor and capacitors are connected here in parallel. So these are the circuit diagram, initial circuit diagram. So complete initial circuit diagram will be like this. First circuit, this one is the part of T1 of S from there, and second circuit is this one, as complete transfer function is the multiplication of T1 of S into T2 of S, that is why both the circuits are connected in cascading. So this is your complete initial circuit. So as you can see here, the value of resistor R1 is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 5 ohm. This is not the practical value of the resistor. So we need to change the values of these components. We need to change the values of these components in a practical range. So better thing is, based on the value of capacitor, so what is the methodology for changing the component value in a practical range? We set the value of capacitor fixed, and by setting the value of capacitor we change the value of resistor. So in scaling part, what we do here, we set the value of capacitor. So I set here the value of capacitor as 0.1 microfarad, and as the formula of new value of capacitor as C old divided by Km. Old value of capacitor is at 1 farad. Why? Because in all the circuit components the value of capacitor was how much? 1. Value of capacitor was 1. So from there we calculated here the value of Km. So if new value of capacitor is 0.1 microfarad, old value is 1 farad. So from there calculated value of Km is 10 to the power 7. Then based on that we calculate here the value of new value of the resistance. So R1 new is equal to Km into R old. So R old is 1 by 10 to the power 5. What is the value of Km? Km is 10 to the power 7. So, from there the value of R1 new is 100 ohm, which is a practical value. Similar to that, R2 new is equal to Km into R2 old. Km is 10 to the power 7, R2 is 1 by 100. From there the new value of resistor is 10 to the power 5 ohm. Similarly, for T2 of S, we set here the value of C new is 0.1 microfarad. From there calculated the value of Km, then based on that calculated the value of R1 new and R2 new. Now again we need to redesign the initial circuit, but only change is that we need to replace the value of component from values from the newer value of the resistor and capacitor values. So this is a basic procedure for the design of the filter circuit with the help of Bode plot. Thank you.